What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great Friday and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how I made over $1,700 in just one trade in less than 5 minutes. Remember, you can do it too. I hope you learn a lot from this video. These videos do take quite a bit to create, so please support the channel by subscribing and liking the video. So without further ado, let's lock in. So starting off, we're looking at NQ futures on the 4-hour time frame. So immediately the first thing I do when I look to see which direction I want to trade in, I start to mark off my buy side liquidity and my sell side liquidity. So I see that the highest high that we've made in this recent 4-hour range was around this 19,691 area. A recent low that we put in was around here, around the 500 area. So I had that marked off and I realized that those are most likely the external ranges, of course. So we look in to see where we can find the internal buy side liquidity, and I see that that's right over here. Off the bat, one thing I typically try and do is look at equilibrium of the range. So I went ahead and marked off our EQ and saw that where price was currently, where I was looking at, it was around this area, and it was about 50% of the range. At this point, I zoom into the 15-minute time frame. So on the 15-minute time frame, I tried to identify some areas that would be of interest to me. We looked to see that we had a few different areas. Right here, you can see this inverse fair value gap. I can mark that out right here. And then what else can we find? Well, there was also a fair value gap right here that was being traded upon back and forth, and you can see at this level price was starting to get a lot of support in this level, this area. I went ahead and marked it off. I went further and on that 15-minute time frame marked off the midline of this fair value gap. I noticed that this midline was also aligning with this previous fair value gap. I went ahead and marked this off in the center line, and price was trading around this area. We were just straight plummeting, it looked like in the moment. Price went all the way down here. Let me go back down to the 5-minute, because that's actually where I chose to enter. But looking at this 5-minute time frame, right here is where I actually decided to enter. Why? Well, as we look at price, as it's plummeting down right here, one thing we notice is that if price did not come to this area right here to support on this midline, in this fair value gap, then if price did not come down to this area and support it right here, I would be a little bit concerned for looking for longs. That's why I wouldn't just enter blindly. I would look to see what price is actually doing and analyzing at that current moment. So I saw that price was plummeting down to this point. Now, some of you think that, okay, this is meaning that we're just gonna fall down to the ground and ride this wave for this short. Well, that would have been the worst decision, as you can see. Just chasing the market and trying to go in for a short right here. We're actually at premium for a short in this range. So the best thing is to understand what I'm about to tell you next. So price came here. It began to show a little bit of a sign of support. It bounced off here, and as you can see by the wick, it went up to this area. So that piqued my interest a little bit, but I did not enter at that point. I watched and waited. I wanted to see this 5-minute candle close. So it went down here and then it closed. Price continued to plummet. But what I noticed was that we actually took out what? We actually took out sell side liquidity right here. This is a point of interest to me. Sell side has been taken. This internal sell side has been taken, and on top of that, we have a fair value gap that's over here that price found support on. It didn't come directly to it, but it gave me enough sense that it looked like price was supporting. So this is actually where I entered in long. So I did experience a little bit of drawdown when I entered around this area, the 570 area, but as you can see, that was a perfect entry because we rode it exactly at the bottom all the way to the top over here. That's where we took our profits. Now, of course, I could have held it a little bit longer. We could have went out all the way to the top of this range, but I am completely fine getting my profits where I took them. But I choose not to be in too long for a lot of these trades. When you see your profit, take your profit. On top of that, I am actually copy trading, so I don't need to go for crazy profits and extend my risk surface, and I didn't need to be greedy that day. So I'm trading 3 accounts today. Sometimes I trade more, but today this was just a 3-account day, and we weren't looking at the screens all day. I honestly just hopped on the chart after going to the gym this morning just to see what price was doing, and I saw this opportunity. I took it. We had a very, very small risk on this trade. If price went down here, that was where my stop was going to be, so we weren't risking much at all, and that's how I made these profits on the day. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Watch it again so that you can make sure that you're really soaking in the information, understand what sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity really means and what it can do for your trading. It will blow it up. So just make sure that you put in time on the charts, because this does not come overnight. It took me years to be able to identify opportunities like this and enter with confidence so that we can ride out these longs and make these great trades. So hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Put on post notifications. I actually have a recording of the live trade in action. I'm going to show you that next so that you can really soak it up and see what it feels like to be in winning trades.
Suffield.